Instead of a spoonful of sugar, he probably swallowed his medicine with vinegar. Hi, I'm Rebecca Brayton and welcome to WatchMojo.com. And today we're speaking with author David Rakoff about defensive pessimism and his book, Half Empty. Why don't we start by having you tell us about the book, Half Empty?
Half Empty is a collection of essays that are a defense of pessimism and melancholy and a lot of those emotions that get tarred with the negative brush that aren't necessarily negative. For example, just because something feels good doesn't make it good. You know, it's nice to feel pride, but pride can lead you to treat people shabbily. A lot of those things have been simply stricken from the discourse. It's hard to get people to talk about things that are darker or less pleasant on the surface. So it's just a defense of those things to say that they have their uses and can even be just as beautiful as the sunnier states of mind.
And where did the idea for the book originate for you?
The book was actually my editor's idea, and he was the one who finally touched on the fact that whatever I've written has sort of come through this filter of melancholy, and he said, you know, you should write a more sustained look at that particular mindset that seems to be so automatic in you.
Would you be able to give us some examples from your own life or even cultural phenomenon that would kind of stick up for your point of view?
Well, I mean, examples would be New York City isn't entirely, somewhat pessimistic and not cynical, but a realist town where people sort of see things for how they are, I think. Most of the cultural content that you would characterize as being grown up actually has some element of realism and darkness in it.
Have you found that your background has had anything to do with this point of view?
I think it's predates background, predates upbringing. I think that it's just the way that people are born that way.
Let's define the idea of defensive pessimism.
Defensive pessimism is an anxiety management technique wherein you, like all pessimists everywhere, think that some looming experience, whatever it is, going to the store, doing a public speech, whatever, is going to be a disaster. And you construct a worst-case scenario, the ways in which it's going to be a disaster, detail by detail, and you work through each detail and the ways in which you will meet them head-on and stave them off, and thereby manage your anxiety.
Why do you think pessimism has been stricken from the public discourse?
People don't really like being reminded of the reality of the world. It's like prescribing medicine. It's much, much easier to prescribe candy.
Would you call this book a manifesto?
No, absolutely not. There's even a burst on the cover that said, there is no inspiration. This is not a manifesto. I'm not advocating anything beyond you got to do whatever's right for you.
During the writing of this book, you were diagnosed with cancer. Now, many would describe this as a put your money where your mouth is moment.
It's precisely the put your money where your mouth is moment. But it didn't change the way I was living my life. If anything, it confirmed it. Stuff happens. You just got to get ready for it, and live your life as if it were going to happen almost at any time.
And what gives you hope?
I think the things that give anybody hope, the fact that everything is cyclical, that, life is long if you're lucky, and that things will eventually change and this too shall pass and you'll get through it. I mean, it's an absolute platitude and completely, I could put that on the side of a herbal tea box, but, it's, you just got to try and wait things out. So.
I think that's a great note to end on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.